Assalamu alaikum. This is Wasim Raja, and you are watching Wasim Raja YouTube channel. Viewers, in a historic shift, three of the world's most powerful Western nations, Canada, France, and the UK, have announced plans to formally recognize Palestine as a state at the UN General Assembly in September. This is a massive diplomatic blow to Israel and a potential turning point in the decades-long struggle for Palestinian rights. But why now? And why, despite over 60,000 dead in Gaza, famine spreading, have Israel's Western allies remained silent for so long? Today, we are breaking down the significance of this move, the hypocrisy of Western powers, and why Israel's brutal occupation can no longer be ignored. Let's see what just happened. Let's start with the facts. Over the past week, three major G7 countries, France, the UK, and Canada, declared they will recognize Palestine as a state, but with conditions. France, led by President Emmanuel Macron, said recognition is necessary for peace and to end the war in Gaza. The UK
I can confirm the UK will recognise the State of Palestine by the United Nations General Assembly in September, unless the Israeli government takes substantive steps to end the appalling situation in Gaza, agree to a ceasefire, and commit to a long-term sustainable peace.
under Prime Minister Keir Starmer made recognition conditional on Israel ending its assault on Gaza and committing to a two-state solution. Canada Prime Minister Mark Carney tied recognition to Palestinian Authority reforms, including elections without Hamas. This isn't just symbolic, it's a coordinated Western push to pressure Israel into ending its occupation. But let's be clear, these countries waited until over 60,000 Palestinians were killed, a classroom full of children dying daily, a whole population starved to death, before any action was taken. Why this move matters? Why this time? Why now? So why is this recognition a big deal? Three key reasons. Number one, diplomatic isolation of Israel. The US is now the only permanent UN Security Council member not recognizing Palestine. Over 140 countries already do, but Western backing changes the game, legitimizing Palestinian statehood. Palestinian has no army, no full borders, but now has major Western powers acknowledging its right to exist. This undercuts Israel's claim that Palestine is just disputed territory. The US President Donald Trump can no longer veto every pro-Palestine move at the UN without looking isolated. But let's not celebrate too soon. These countries are still imposing conditions, as if Palestinians must earn their freedom while being bombed and starved. But here's the point, the massive hypocrisy of the West. Here is the ugly truth. The West only acts when the PR cost of silence becomes too high. They ignore Gaza's suffering for months. More than 60,000 dead, famine declared, yet no sanctions on Israel. They still arm Israel. The US and Europe supply 90% of Israel's weapons. They set impossible conditions. Canada demands Palestinian Authority elections while Gaza is in ruins. Where was this urgency when Israel blocked food trucks, hospitals were bombed? The West only cares about Palestinian rights when it's politically convenient. Israeli officials are calling recognition a reward for Hamas. Israel's response is very predictable. They are outrageous. They claim recognizing Palestinian is about rewarding Hamas. Every Palestinian is terrorist for them. But Hamas was created by Israel's occupation. Israel itself propped up Hamas to weaken the Palestinian Authority. Now they use Hamas as an excuse to reject any Palestinian state. This isn't about security. It's about maintaining apartheid.